ready to go?
Yes.
Here we go. And good evening. Welcome into the Grind Session World Championships brought to you by Tanager Sports live at Reed Connor Memorial Gymnasium in Benton, Kentucky alongside Cullen Kreider. I'm Aaron Clayton. And Cullen, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. It's a nice night here in Kentucky. A little nippy out there, but I'm ready for some good basketball.
It's already been a busy day of basketball so far. Of course, we had the 4 play-in games a little bit earlier today. Go through those real quickly. Ponderhouse Christian defeated Athens Prep 77-64. Veritas Prep defeated Superior Collegiate 68-62. Also, Hillcrest Prep defeated Downey Christian 85-78, and Arizona Compass over St. Louis Christian 62-56. Just had 2 games in here in the main gym. Prolific Prep California defeated Potter's House 84-62, while over in the auxiliary gymnasium it was Trinity International defeating the Rock 82-68. So already got a lot going on, but we got a lot to go to here tonight. We got Bella Vista and Veritas. Give us your opinion on this game here tonight. I know Bella Vista, at least on paper, seems to be the heavy favorite.
Yeah, I was going to mention Bella Vista. They've got some studs. They've got some horses in that lineup that are ready to go. I've watched them several times, and they have put together a great puzzle there. And they've got a lot of pieces to go, and so to be honest with you, I don't know much about Veritas, but I do know Bella Vista is one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, Veritas, they got a few of their players with getting college offers, including Elijah Scranton. He's 2019 class. From CSUN, also Amar Brown, 2020, along with Carlos Rosario, getting offers from Northern Arizona, Cal State Fullerton, East Washington, Pacific. And then they got a younger guy, Damon Reyes, 2021 class, Southern Utah offer. But again, Bella Vista, they are getting all the talk. One of the heavy favorites to win this tournament. They've got almost their entire roster, for a matter of fact, Colin, getting high D1 offers.
Yeah, absolutely. Terry Armstrong going to Arizona. Zion Harmon, he's a 4-star guard that'll have his choice of where he wants to go as well. Ricky Sanza, the big man. And then Big Jimmy Bell, as I just saw on Twitter this past week, he's committed. So they have got a stacked lineup, like you said, and they've got a lot of size. If you know anything about basketball, when you got a lot of size, that's hard to deal with.
Taking a look at real quick at Veritas Prep, who had to play in the play-in game to get here today. They're going to be starting Carlos Rosario, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, 6'7", 2020 guard. Also Bryce Craver, a 6'4" guard in 2019 cast from La Mira, California. Then he'll be joined by Elijah Scranton from Sun Valley, California, 6'6", 2019 shooting guard. Also Amar Brown, Laverne, California. He's their big 6'8" forward in the 2020 class. And also Paul Midas Lingot from Martinique, France, 5'10" point guard in the 2019 class. Then looking over at Bella Vista real quickly, and they're starting 5, as we said, all getting high-level D1 offers. A lot of the names that Cullen just mentioned, those are going to be including Aman Sardovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina, 6'4" guard in the 2019 class. Of course, Addison Patterson, Canada, 6'7" guard. 33, Rick Azanza from the Dominican Republic of the Congo, 7'1" center. That is the size it's really going to be hard to battle with. Terry Armstrong, again, number 35 from Flint, Michigan, 6'7" guard. And, of course, Zion Harmon, number 4 point guard from Bethesda, Maryland, of course, enrolled here at Marshall County High School. So that's your starting lineup.
And I failed to even, as soon as you said his name, I failed to even mention Patterson, who's a 5-star point guard for Bella Vista. And so just to add to the list,
So Veritas Prep in the red with black letters and numerals outlined in gray for the Bella Vista Prep. They'll be in the white jerseys, black letters and numerals with Bella across the front. 16-minute halves. No media timeout schedule. From where we sit courtside here, it'll be Bella Vista going right to left and Veritas Prep going left to right. 16 minutes on the clock and just about ready to go for Bella Vista. In the center circle, it'll be Rick Asanza, 7'1", against Veritas's Kirk Smith at 6'6". And the tip is up and controlled in backcourt by Bella Vista. Taken down by Terry Armstrong. He'll kick it ahead to Harmon, and he'll run the point as Veritas sits back and is spread out man-to-man. Harmon, a little low-cut pass off the right elbow. Comes down for a fadeaway 15-foot runner that's off the back iron. No good. Therefore, Addison Patterson, and rebound control by Veritas Prep.
And that'll be a big key for this game is if Veritas can keep Bella Vista off the boards. And so far, that first possession, great box out.
Then a block shot here is quickly coming down court for Veritas. Kirk Smith has his shot blocked, and then a missed dunk on the opposite end, 35 for Terry Armstrong.
Terry Armstrong, he will definitely be flying around the gym tonight. He is a high flyer, very, very talented player.
Out high, Bryce Craver for Veritas Prep. Kick out, open left corner 3 is just off the mark, and a rebound control by Harmon. of Bella Vista. Running down the far sideline, brings it into front court. 30-second shot clock here. Stop and pop three. 25-footer is buried for Zion Harmon. And early lead for Bella Vista, 3-0.
Zion Harmon says, I don't need 30 seconds. All I need is a little space.
That's all he really needs, just a quick, agile guard, so good with the ball in his hand. Gets others involved here as Veritas Prep works off the right wing, driving across the top of the key, trying to get some space to work out high. Carlos Rosario comes right side for a corner three. No good, but a foul. Cardinals in there, cannot foul the three-point shooter, and 3 shots coming for Veritas.
Yeah, and Kirk Smith out of Los Angeles, California. Certovich gets him on the flyby. Great, he tips his hand there. Good job by Smith to sell it, go to the floor. And that's what guys do anymore. If they get any contact on that three-point shot, they're going to go to the floor. And that's just, that's what they practice now. And so you got to be careful as a defender not to get a hand on the guy or land in his or get into his landing spot when he shoots.
For Kirk Smith, missed the front end, has the second one go down, trying to get this back to a 1-point game here. And he does, so 2 of 3 there. Not a bad start for the 6'9" forward in the 2019 class out of L.A. So Harmon back across the timeline here, coming right to left for Bella Vista. Gets around the big screen set with the 7-1 center, and flip pass comes down top side. Looking to drive in off the right wing. Terry Armstrong back inside to Harmon. Good feed inside. Not really alley-oop all the way down, but all you need is a fingertip in your 7-1.
And give a lot of credit to Asanzo on that play. He set multiple screens there and then slipped to the basket for the lob.
Little 2-3 zone now, matchup pressure here for open corner three that's just off the front arm. Getting the own rebound for Veritas. Amar Brown going back up with it, tipped out of there by Asanza, controlled on the left side by Bella Vista. Harmon, no looks in the left corner now, fakes the open three, now steps in for the 15-foot runner that is buried by Iman Certovich.
And that's where Certovich makes his living. He drifts to that corner, fades to the corner, and gets a lot of threes from that corner, but great job of giving the ball fake and taking the better shot.
Veritas down by 5 now, driving to the basket, and a foul before the block from behind. A little double team action there, and getting a piece of the body was Bella Vista. So 2 shots coming up here, so Veritas back to the line where they got their first 2 points. On Patterson. So his first, team second. 2 shots here for Veritas and Carlos Rosario.
And I don't know if people understand what it takes to get a ball or get a shot over a defender like Ricky Sanza. We just saw in the previous play the three-pointer taken. He completely changes the trajectory of a shot for a shooter. And then on that play, of course, he takes it out of the air.
So 1 for 2 at the line, and the rebound controlled by Addison and Bella Vista. And ahead it comes up to Zion Harmon. Hesitation, gets around the screen, set out high on the left wing. Pass tipped out high, but saved there by Certovich. Certovich pull up 3, short away, 25-footer is buried over the big man, Amar Brown, and it's 10-3 Bella Vista.
Certovich shoots his arrow into the crowd, and he is just a sharp shooter. You've got to close out. You've got to close his space.
Veritas again trying to work it inside, draw the foul, get the easy bucket, but around 6'6" and 7'1". Hard to do. They do get an offensive rebound for a kick-out 3 that is rattling home for Veritas and Kirk Smith, the big fella, with 5.
Kirk Smith showing the range.
13-11 left here in the first half. 10-6 the lead for Bella Vista. They've led from the opening tip of Certovich as it swung around to him on a left wing 3. That went off the iron, rebound to Veritas. Quickly ahead, Craver slows it up when he gets cut off on the right wing by Harmon. Comes cross court now left to right, and now top side. They'll slow it up here as Bella Vista brings the bigs out high on the high post.
And again, give Veritas a lot of credit for keeping Bella Vista off the offensive glass right now. They really are doing a great job of blocking off the boards.
Spin move down the lane over Asanza, not so fast. Harmon had the front end when you got a 7-1 guy backing up. Asanza just grabs it in midair, and then a frustration reach-in foul on Veritas called on Craver for missing that 5-foot runner.
And just like the referee just explained, and that's actually what I was sitting here thinking, is that ball was so short that it wasn't even going to be in the cylinder. That's why the goaltend was not called.
Will be inbounded here in midcourt just in front of us by Bella Vista and Anderson Patterson as we come into Harmon. Slowly across the time stripe here with 12-12 to play. 10-6 the lead for Bella Vista. Inside feed now, driving down the right of the lane. But a block from behind. Great job there again by Kirk Smith, and the rebound controlled by Veritas. Ahead on the far sideline by Bryce Craver. Kick out, open 3, top of the key. Just short, tipped by Asanza, controlled by Bella Vista. Running down on the right sideline, Armstrong, and a foul before the shot is taken.
And that's something that Veritas doesn't want to see. They don't want to see Terry Armstrong or anybody for Bella Vista for that matter getting out in transition. That's what Veritas has to stop. They can't allow Bella Vista to get into their transition offense because that's when they just start reeling off points and they're hard to stop. You don't want to play that game with them.
For Veritas, Noah Laurie checking in from Inglewood, California, 5'9" guard in the class of 2020. Inbound comes to midcourt to Harmon, immediately covered up by Laurie. The fresh legs there as he'll work him out high. Man-to-man pressure from Veritas. Gets around the screen to Harmon. It's a step move down the right of the lane, but double team there. Comes now top side and now kick out for the three. Nope. Hesitation now dribbling down the baseline. Pass knocked away. Turnover there on Sertovich and a pickoff here for Veritas, and they throw it right back to the waiting arms of Armstrong and Bella Vista. So turnover for a turnover there, and Veritas can't seem to get caught up. 10-6 the lead for Bella Vista. 11.5 minutes left here in the first half of play.
Great reaction there by Terry Armstrong. I mean, that's a tough pass to intercept right there. And, you know, again, that just shows his length and his very quick ability to read passes and get into passing lanes.
So Harmon inbounds and then takes it right back on the screen, and we'll come across the timeline with it here on the near sideline. Switches space on the floor. Screen set up, gets around then on the right side now. Steps back, 22-footer straight away. This one a little bit short. Rebound controlled on a nice box out by Veritas and Amar Brown. Brown kicks it out ahead, controlled by Elijah Scranton. Scranton, though, goes in the traffic, gets it picked off, but then a high pass there by Armstrong. Leads Harmon a little bit too far and sloppy on both ends there, Cullen.
Yeah, it's Veritas again. They are doing a great job of their transition defense. They're not allowing layups. That would have been a layup there with a good pass, but still, it's a good job of Veritas to just complete that play.
Veritas with a chance to get it back to one possession. Sertovich tips the ball away out high, but saved there, top of the key. Controlled by Carlos Rosario. Down low, good inside feed, and the game is down to 2.
It's a good shot there by Brown. He has not been intimidated at all as far as the length of Isanza when he's shooting, and so the bigs have done a great job of getting those shots up.
Good feed to the low post and a finger roll that's just short there by Anderson Patterson and controlled by Veritas. Could take the lead with a long one here into front court. Comes off right corner, now comes across the top of the key now in the left corner. Tipped away by Armstrong, but out of bounds back to Veritas. Into the game for Veritas Prep now is going to be Damon Reyes. Reyes also getting offers from 3 schools out west. As Veritas Prep. And Reyes, 6'9" center from Columbia. In the class of 2021, so just a sophomore. 10:20 left here in the first half. A tight one here, 10-8 after a 10-3 lead by Bella Vista. A 5-0 spurt here by Veritas and a foul inside before the shot on Bella Vista.
Big Jimmy Bell set to check in the game, and I believe that'll be the first substitution for Bella Vista for the game.
So Patterson is out. Now they're going to take out Isanza. And also, as you said, Bell in, and joining him for Bella Vista is going to be Jerron Artest. So they'll work beneath the basket. Veritas inside feed on a high arching set piece and a foul immediately on, again, Bella Vista. So 2 quick ones there. That'll be called on Harmon. That'll be his first team's 4th, and again, same set piece here. High outlet pass comes to the left elbow, backing his way in, finger rolls up off the glass at the end for Kirk Smith.
Very nice shot by Kirk Smith there.
So a 7-0 run. We're tied at 10 with 10:05 to play here in the first half. Harmon trying to settle things down for Bella Vista. Gets around the screen set by Bell. Gets cut off, though, at the top of the key. Works around 2 defenders. Gets the bump, absorbs the pressure, and is able to lay it up and in on continuation.
And that's great body control there by Zion. Tough shot when you get bumped in the back like that, but to absorb that contact and still get the shot up. Very, very talented.
Very short rest for Bryce Craver and Amara Brown for Veritas. They're back in. Harmon to the line for the and 1.
And just to give you a little tidbit here that you only catch when you're in the seats like that we're in. Veritas coaching staff just a minute ago screaming out calls or screaming out offensive plays in Spanish just a minute ago. And to me, that just shows how cool this is. That's why it's the World Championships, because we have so many countries represented in this tournament.
Yeah, I've seen the Congo, Colombia here already, of course, all over the United States. Really fun to see here at the Grind Session World Championships in Benton, Kentucky. 13-10 now the lead for Bella Vista, or after they stop that 7-0 spurt by Veritas now. So they're working around the arc now. Does Veritas Prep. Top of the key, controls out to Scranton. Scranton get a little pressure out high from Artest. Comes off right corner. They'll drive baseline in. Finger roll over the 6'9" pressure. Great job there by Veritas and Carlos Rosario going in over 6'9" and 6'8" down low. 13-12. 9:25 to play here in the first half. Now a stutter step here could have been a walk. Ball was loose. It would have been a double dribble, so a steal by Veritas. Outlet pass leads to a run out and a hard foul. 2 shots coming for Veritas and Bryce Craver as he just gets slammed by Shimanga. Again, Shimanga over the 300 LBs and pushing that 6'9" mark.
I believe that was Bell, and Shimanga's here on this side now. Shimanga did just check in at 25.
Yeah.
But that was
So that Bell did get the foul. Okay, thanks, Eb. So you got to thank Bell and Shimanga.
Yeah.
Talk about 2 beasts down
well,
low
yeah,
right there.
man. They've got the same body type. They're both very, very stout players. And, Bell did a good job of staying straight up, but you can't, there's still body contact no matter if your hands are straight up or not. And a lot of times players get that a little confused.
That's his first, team's 5th. Second free throw of 2 is good for Craver, but 4 misses here in the early going from the line. For Veritas, only 1 attempt for Bella Vista. That was the and 1 for Harmon, and we're tied at 13. 9:08 to play here in the first half. Harmon with it for Bella Vista. Comes top side, good feed inside, and a toss away here. Shimanga to Bell, overthrown. Very rare you'll see that, and a pickoff below the basket on the defensive side for Veritas. Brought across the floor by Rosario. Inside feed, finger rolled up, no good. Off the back iron, and the rebound controlled by Bella Vista and Armstrong. Armstrong going to take it all the way to the hoop. Draw the foul and lay it up and in from 3 feet out amongst 3 defenders.
Yeah, there's not many guys that can do that can put their head down and go against 3 defenders. But Terry Armstrong is the exception. He is one of those guys, just put your head down, use your athleticism, and try to get to the rim.
So it'll be Reyes' first, team's 5th, and 1 shot here coming for Armstrong to give Bella Vista a 3-point lead back. So an even contest after that 10-3 spurt to start by Bella Vista. Tied at 10 and now back and forth as the free throw is no good for Armstrong and corralled by Veritas. Across the timeline, Craver kicks out left corner, now driving to the paint. Kick out again, comes left side, now comes across the court now as they work it around the arc, back to Craver. Now Craver flip pass comes back right behind him to Scranton. Scranton drives in and draws the foul. Bella Vista wanted the travel there, but did take the hip. And that's going to be called on Bella Vista's Teron Artest. So bailed them out right there as they were just kind of stumbling, bumbling down the lane there, and Veritas will get it beneath their own bucket. It's also the team's 6th foul. Next one will put them in the bonus. Inside feed comes off in the right corner, now rotated outside by Elijah Scranton. Scranton gets around the screen, then kicks it back, a little pick and roll action there, spin down the lane amongst the biggins, and that's going to be a traveling violation. Too much movement that time by Amar Brown and too much body around him from Emmanuel Shimanga. So a turnover on Veritas, 2-point Bella Vista lead. 8:15 to play here in the first half. Harmon, again at the point, has been in from the get-go for Bella Vista Prep. He has 6 points. Also a couple of boards. Slows it up outside now, gets around the arc, steps back 3, left wing, money. Didn't even shake the net. Good job by Shimanga on the screen.
Well, and think about the luxury as a guard that you have when you have bigs like Shimanga and Jimmy Bell setting screens for you. And I'm not being funny at all. I mean, you got a guy that wide and that strong setting screens. That's going to create a lot of space for you as a guard.
Really a lot more than just the height. It is that width right there. That
Right.
gives you that extra movement around the left arc. There is now Veritas, who had got the game tied at 13. A 5-0 spurt by Bella Vista with 7.5 to play here in the first half. Veritas bringing pressure out high. We're down to 5 on the shot clock, about as far as we got down all night. Down to 2, 1, and a jump ball down low as Veritas on the drive in the lane. That time Elijah Scranton was tied up, and the possession arrow does keep it with Veritas.
And I'll give credit to both teams here. The defensive intensity on both sides has been great. And anytime that you're watching games and you got guys really giving max effort, especially on the defensive end, very fun to watch.
There was no change of possession, so the shot clock's got to be reset to 3 seconds. So Veritas got to come up with a set piece here beneath their own basket. It'll be triggered in by Craver. And apparently can't set the...
It's a good catch there by the official.
And no change of possession, so not a turnover. Going to keep it where the play stopped. So they're running the clock down now, and we'll stop it at 3. And there it comes. So here we go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Inside feed will come in the corner. Step back jumper from 18 is short. Partially blocked that time by Armstrong on the shot put up by Smith. And on the other way, Armstrong, fed away 15-foot runner, no good. Tipped and controlled by Veritas. Possible run out here. Controlled by Craver. Kick out 3, right corner on the way. Air ball. And controlled on the left, blocked by Bella Vista and Jimmy Bell. Bell will find Harmon. Stop, pop, that one a little short. Rebound, though, tipped out by Bell. Harmon couldn't corral it. Veritas again with a shot to get it back to one possession. Outlet pass comes to Craver, the point guard. Little center step move comes off right corner, and it was tipped away by Bell and into the crowd.
I really like what I've seen out of Craver. He's getting into the lane, getting to the middle of the floor, and creating shots for his guys. Of course, that one was tipped, but.
So Talbot in now for Bella Vista, and for Veritas back in Rosario after a short rest.
Talbot, another sharpshooter at the expense of his coach.
And now this time, great defensive stop there by Shimanga. Got the tip and then threw it off the elbow at the last second off Veritas' Brown, so another turnover there. 6:55 to play in the first half, 18-13 the lead for Bella Vista. And
Coach,
the possession.
Coach Weaver, I'm sorry. I was a little blank there I'm sitting here looking at him. I've known him for years.
Rotation here to top side to Braden. Now Talbot kicks off in the left corner, controlled by Harmon. Drives against the pressure, step back when he got some room and buries it from 15 on the elbow. And that's scary right there. When he just needs an inch, he takes a mile and buries it for a 7-point lead.
Well, and again, that's where Zion is so strong. He's strong with the basketball. He knows how to use that shoulder to create space. Good cut.
That was a nice cut. Down the lane, finishes strong for the bucket and one. That time having to work around the 6'9", 300-pounder. Shimanga will get called for the foul, and a great move there by Smith. And right now, Smith leading the way for Veritas as he's sitting with 9.
And give Kirk Smith a lot of credit because he's been matched up with Terry Armstrong all night. And, when you've got a guy like Terry Armstrong who's got all the accolades and all the stars as far as 4 stars, 5 stars, it causes you to step up as a player, and Kirk Smith has absolutely done that. Unfortunately,
Kirk just 2 for 5 down at the line. And again, 5 missed free throws for Veritas, and they trail by 5. Shows for how much that means right there. On a bounce pass out high to Talbot. He'll work the off-guard position with Harmon. Feed it back out high, but a good pressure that time by Veritas. Craver getting around the big guy out high, and then on kick out to Talbot. Before the shot, a foul is called away from the basketball. That'll be on Veritas, but stopped at open 3 by Talbot. On Rosario, his first.
Ends up being a very good foul.
It really does. It's also the team 6, so next one will put Bella Vista at the line. So beneath the basket, it's Harmon to trigger it in. Little bounce feed, then tap back to him. Comes from Shimanga. Gets around the screen, spins down the right of the lane. No look out high to Talbot. Steps into an 18-footer right side and short rebound controlled. And one hops that time to get over Shimanga. Pulled down by Veritas, and Bryce Craver just 6'1", but able to get about 2 feet in the air that time. Comes out right side. Thought about a pull-up 3. Instead, top side, they will take a 3. It's in and out, controlled by Bella Vista on the rebound. Nice save, inbounds by Armstrong off the miss by Brown. Armstrong quickly into front court, kick out, top of the key, 3. Off the left iron, getting his own board, putting it back up, no good, but a foul, and good effort there by Stephen Jr. Garber. Garber just came in a moment ago.
Yeah, and he always comes in and gives very quality minutes to Bella Vista, and he's a shooter. He's a very good shooter, and as you see there, follows his own shot, gets back to the rim.
Garber's first is good. Back in now for Bella Vista. It'll be Rick Asanza. So the 7-1 man comes back in, gives Shimanga a little bit of a rest there.
And Bella Vista, I mean, if you look at it, they really do have college size.
Yes.
They got, as their bigs, 6'9", 7'1", Asanza. I mean, that's a college front line right there.
And that's a pro front line.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
There. Damon Reyes also back in for Veritas. 22-15 the lead now. Stayed anywhere from that 3 to 7 mark over the last 5 minutes or so. 5:20 to play now in the first half. Bella Vista on top. Veritas with possession, though. Top side it is Reyes. Being covered out high. No count put on there. Comes cross court now left wing. Driving in down below the basket. Double team trying to be saved in by Craver. Tipped away from Rosario, and here comes Bella Vista. Down the lane. Little spin move out high to Harmon. Why not? 30 feet out. Money from Harmon.
He's in range as soon as he steps in the gym, and that's why, he's a very difficult guard. And I mean, he's difficult to guard because it's very difficult to close out at 30 feet, like you said. So he's got that unlimited range. That makes him lethal.
We'll keep it right here. First timeout burn of the game, just a 32nd timeout for Veritas. Again, just a yo-yo effect. Got down 10-3, tied it at 10. Little back and forth action, got down by 5. Got it back to 2, and now it's skyrocketed to 10 on an 8-0 run. Just shows the quickness of this Bella Vista team and how solid they are 84 feet down the court.
Well, basketball is a game of runs, and when you've got the talent like Bella Vista has, you can make big runs and very quickly, like you said. And so that's what makes them so dangerous.
Again, Bella Vista trying to move on to the round of 8. As again, Veritas got here. They've already played a game today. They beat Superior, California earlier today to Veritas 68-62. So really a tough, hard-fought win earlier this afternoon. If Bella Vista holds on, they'll get the winner of West Oaks and Aspire Academy tomorrow at 5:30. So 25-15 is the lead. A long way to go, though, in this one. Still first half of action, 4:56 to play. And Veritas trying to stop this 8-0 spurt by Bella Vista. Across the timeline with it is Bryce Craver. Kicks out left wing there. Again, high set man-to-man pressure from Bella Vista. Not allowing anything down in the paint. We'll keep it around the arc here. Top side off left corner now. Driving in is Smith. Double team there. Kick out. Open corner. Elbow jumper. No good. Rebound, though. Nice job by Smith. Keeps it alive amongst 2 defenders. Now comes top side. Veritas with a chance here. Left corner. Driving baseline in. Kick back out to Smith. Right corner. Fake the 3. Now steps back. Will take it from 22 and bury it. What a beautiful possession. All catalyst there by Kirk Smith. He's in double figures.
Kirk Smith deserved that when he earned it. And happy for him that he gets that one to go. He's very pumped up right now, and as well he should be.
12 for Smith now, 4:10 left here in the half. 25-18, stops the 8-0 run. On the other side, though, Armstrong looked at, got fouled, got bumped a little bit on the hip there, and then a traveling violation on the rebound by Veritas and Damon Reyes. So right back to Bella Vista. So while they didn't get the foul, they got it back on the quick turnover there. And right now, Veritas can't afford a turnover. Every turnover leads to points. They've already got 4 buckets off turnovers so far, has Bella Vista. 4 minutes to play here as the inbound comes high and long to Harmon. Harmon gets around one screen, but can't beat the second defender. Now just drives amongst pressure, kicks out right corner. 3 open for a second. It's in and out by Garborough. Rebound, Veritas. Chance to get it back down to 4 possibly. Driving in on a nice cut inside feed. Nice finger roll up and in for Craver.
That is a great shot by Craver. You just mentioned a minute ago he's 6'1". He just gives up a foot there to Isanza, but somehow understands how to get that ball up on the glass.
Much like Harmon. Slice and dice from the elbow in against 3 defenders, and that right there is like ping pong, just bouncing around and finding its way to the hoop.
Well, there's 2 guards right there that understand angles. And basketball is a game of angles. And
Harmon leads the way, 16 points, 27-20. The lead now again for Bella Vista. Tip pass by Talbot, but saved in the left corner. Veritas holds on here. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Driving the paint. Bump before the shot. Foul on the floor, 1-1 coming up here on the foul on Bella Vista. That's on Harmon, his second. Into the game now for Bella Vista. Checking back in, Patterson. That'll give us Songa a little bit of a rest, a little bit smaller lineup here for Bella Vista, and also back in for Veritas after a very short rest, Brown. So 1-1 here, and it's been a struggle at the line tonight so far for Veritas. They are just 4 for 8. Make it 4 for 9. Rosario 1 for 3. Rebound comes to Bella Vista. Talbot, little outlet comes down to Harmon. Gets around the screen of Armstrong. No looks it back to Terry Armstrong. Down the lane, up off the glass, no good. Throw a lot of contact that time from Veritas' Rosario. On the other end, finger rolled up and off the iron. On the miss by Craver, then a foul on Veritas. This time is called on the rebound.
I know Craver missed that, but I thought that was a very clever move with his right hand to the rim.
So Smith picks up his first, team's 8. So 1-1 on the other side for the sharpshooting Bella Vista squad. 3 for 4 tonight at the line. And second chance at the line tonight for Stephen Jr. Garborough. And Garborough 2 for 2 so far. First one here up and good. Lead back to 8. Biggest has been 10 for Bella Vista, who has led from the get-go. They were tied at 10. 2 for 2 this time around as well for Garborough. And the lead back to 9. Veritas prep now will slow it up a bit as they come across the timeline. Controlled by Craver out high. Now he sets down the low post on a kick out. Thought about the corner 3. Instead driving in, pulling up. Good, and a foul for Carlos Rosario.
And that's just good basketball. It was a good pass, an intelligent pass there, because the guard drew a double team there as far as off the screen, and then hits it in the corner. Opportunity for the and 1. Great job. Big
number there is Patterson's 3rd for Bella Vista. One of their cogs here in the starting rotation. He'll sit down, and the and 1 here is up and no good again. 4 for 10 at the line, Veritas. Rosario alone, 1 for 4. Got to remedy that in the second half. 2:25 here in the first half of action. Bella Vista leading by 7 with the ball, and Harmon can let the air out a bit here and let this offense work through him. Bounce pass left corner, comes off to Armstrong. Double team comes there, comes top side left. Talbot open, step back three. Left side is online, but a little bit long. And the rebound on the high arching board, it is Veritas. Inside Fee, behind the back cut, and a foul down low on the big fella, Rick Asanza. That's his first.
I continue to be impressed with Craver. I mean, I don't know how many assists he has right now, but at the same time, he's creating a lot of assist opportunities.
Yes. The ones you don't see on the scoreline
Right.
always. I believe he's got 3 total, but he's at least been a part of, I would say, 5 or 6 baskets
Right.
for Veritas
Like
and scoring opportunities.
He won't get credit for this here, but, you know, he created this bucket.
Yeah, Rosario finally getting a free throw to fall down 6 points in the night after missing 3 straight. Can get this right now back to 5. Seems like a lot more with Bella Vista when they get the ball in their hands, but really it's just a 2-possession game now. And it is a 5-point affair. Just over 2 to play, 29-24, the lead for Bella Vista.
And it's crazy how that works. I mean, it feels like Bella Vista is in complete control right now, and then you look up and it's a 5-point game.
Again, the Rock was favored against Trinity International earlier, but the Rock pulled out a big win. Not to say another upset couldn't happen here. Bella Vista, a rare miss by Harmon on a step back that was short, just his second of the night. And Veritas with the chance to get it down, possibly with 2 now, with 1:40 here in the first half. Top side coming out to grab it on the high arching post feed is Kirk Smith. Smith, though, immediately covered up by Taylor. It's 35 on 35. Very same body types, same height, so they work against each other. Then a good cut down low, and somebody missed their assignment that time. Garber did on a nice cut by Craver.
Well, give a lot of credit to Veritas again. What they're doing right now is forcing Isanza to come out and close out, and that takes him away from the paint. That's where you want him. If you're the offense, you want him away from that rim because he's a rim protector. And so very, very smart offense by Veritas.
So Craver got the assist. Scranton got on the board. We're down to 3. 29-26, Bella Vista. Drive it in. Taylor fades away on the high arching teardrop from 3 over the outstretched arm of Amar Brown. And amazingly, just the second bucket of the game for Armstrong, but he's been all around the rim.
Right. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking a minute ago, you know, he hasn't had too many field goal makes.
And then on the other side, the return favor. Finger roll up and in on the teardrop again by Craver, this time on the high post feed from Brown. And again, we're back down to 3.
Craver's a player, man.
He really is. One of the many youngsters out here with 30 seconds left. A 3 again, Harmon. Same spot, same result, short. On the other end, 3-on-1 breakaway, and Armstrong has to commit the foul to stop the breakaway run out.
It's a smart foul by Terry Armstrong.
And for Armstrong, that's his first. Amazingly, the only one with multiple fouls is Patterson and Harmon. Then you got 6 other guys with 1 foul apiece. So at least balance on that attack from Bella Vista, and 2 shots here to get this down to 1.
If you've got a 3-on-1 and you force them to earn it at the free throw line, you've done a good job there. So.
And first one is made. So Rosario, after missing 3 in a row, has made 3 in a row. Harmon will rest this last 25 and a half and be replaced by Bella Vista's Jerron Artest. Our son of Meta World Peace, NBA legend and all-star.
Rosario's got a great stroke.
He does.
It's surprising that he struggled a little bit from the line.
And we have a 1-point game, 31-30. Now Bella Vista can hold for the final shot as the shot clock is turned up, leading by 1. Armstrong will run it out high. Gets instructions from the sideline. It's told to work it at the 7 mark. And here it comes. Slowly up to the top of the key. It's around Talbot's screen. Now down to 3. Step back. 18-footer at the buzzer is no good. And at halftime, it is 31-30. Bella Vista by 1, but at one point was a 10-point lead cut down by 9 late in the half by Veritas Prep. And all in all, a pretty solid first half, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment alongside Cullen Kreider. I'm Aaron Clayton, and this is the World Championships of the Grind Session, brought to you by Tanager Sports.
Jones contested. Tyrese Samuel. Here Armstrong to Jimmy Bell for the jump. Saved by Isanza to here Armstrong, lob to Isanza. Stolen. Pierre Cockrell, he gives it to Malik Tidwell in transition. He lobs it off the glass. Armstrong into the lane. Lobs it to Ricky Sanza for another jam. Possession, Cockrell with the steal. Lob off the backboard to 2020. No good. Coleman Hawkins with the rebound. The outlets to Pierre Cockrell off the glass to 2020 once again.
And welcome back into the Grind Session World Championships live at Recon Memorial Gymnasium, Benton, Kentucky, presented by Tanager Sports alongside Cullen Kreider. I'm Aaron Clayton. Our game here tonight features Bella Vista Prep against Veritas Prep. Right now, tight one at halftime, 31-30 to see who moves on to the Elite Eight of this tournament. And first half, Cullen, it was a game of runs, and for good job, Veritas, they were ending that quarter on a 10-2 run to get it back to a one-point game.
Yeah, they showed a lot of fight and really kept themselves in the game with. I was really impressed with Craver and how he created a lot of opportunities for his teammates. And again, that's just it. They just played as a team. They played great defense. They kept Bella Vista off the offensive glass, and they executed well offensively.
And, of course, the key near the end on those runs was Veritas going from starting the game at just 1 for 6 behind the free throw line to finishing it at 7 for 9, 8 for 15 overall. So that was a big key there near the end of the game.
Absolutely. Anytime that you can put points on the board without time running off the clock, you're going to get back into the game. And free throws a lot of times is sometimes the best way to get back in games.
Rick Smith, he was the key for Veritas in the first half alongside Carlos Rosario and Bryce Craver. They combined for all but 2 of the first half points. Smith with 12. For Bella Vista, of course, Zion Harmon. What a start for him, shooting 6 for 11 from the field. Perfect from inside the three-point line, 16 points to lead the way.
Yeah, Zion really took control of the game early in the first half, and he kept it up throughout the half. He got into a great rhythm, started to feel his shot, and that just translated for the rest of his game.
Srdovich had a couple of early spurts, and he was kind of sitting for the last part, replaced by Talbert. And also Terry Armstrong will only have 4 points, was a pivotal cog inside for Bella Vista.
Yeah, anytime you've got Terry Armstrong on the floor, and Srdovich, again, he's just one of those guys that as the opposing team, you've got to know where he's at. And so anytime that you have to game plan for a guy like him, and, of course, Armstrong, just the athlete that he is, it really is a positive thing for that team. And Armstrong, he doesn't have to – a lot of times doesn't have to score to impact the game so much because he's such a problem for the other team. So anytime he gets his teammates involved and just plays the way he did, he's still a problem no matter what.
Finally, as well, great job by Veritas, all in all, in my opinion, going against the 3 giants out there that range from 6'9" to 7'1". They really have been able to handle Asanza, Shamanga, and Bell pretty well, I think, in the first half from Bella Vista.
Oh, yeah. The bigs for I'm going blank
Veritas,
here.
yeah.
Veritas.
Yeah, Kirk Smith, Amara Brown, yeah.
Yeah, they did an excellent job against the bigs from Bella Vista and really, again, kept them off the glass and didn't allow the bigs to really dominate the game inside.
Well, again, here at halftime, it is Bella Vista Prep 31, Veritas 30. Winner moves on to the Elite 8 of this tournament, which will be tomorrow at 5:30, as they'll play either West Oaks, Florida, or Aspire Academy here out of Kentucky. For Cullen Kreider, I'm Aaron Clayton. Second half in just a moment of the Grind Session World Championships presented by Tanager Sports. All right.
They started talking to me, got me distracted.
Oh, you're fine.
They did. I know both of them. I ref for both of them a lot.
Start of the second half, Bella Vista 31, Veritas 30. Alongside Cullen Kreider, I'm Aaron Clayton, and we are ready to go. It's Bella Vista going left to right now with a 1-point advantage. Zion Harmon at the point. Star sophomore 4-star guard, and we'll bounce it out right side to Armstrong. Armstrong looks to drive in, a little stutter step move there, gets the hand check, gets pushed back a little bit by Veritas' Elijah Scranton. Scranton, a good defender in the first half with a couple of blocks, but an inside feed, and no doubt there, Armstrong to 7-1 Asanza.
Well, it's just a great read by Armstrong. He reads the defense, he reads Brown, Brown was looking at Armstrong, and so not knowing that Asanza, well, he knew he was behind him, but once you read the eyes, you know where to throw the ball.
And Asanza made a good cut inside as well, took about 2 steps, and then swats that one into the next area code as he comes across the line. Like we said, it doesn't take him very long to cover 2 or 3 feet.
And I've been impressed with Asanza all year long. I look up rankings and stuff like that, especially with these guys, and the rankings only have him as a 3-star prospect, and I just disagree with that as far as his ability to block shots and, with the dunks on the other end.
Harmon with a tip-away steal, gets it back on the uptake from Armstrong, and iron is kind as he fades away, draws the contact from 5 feet, and kisses it in. He has 18.
It's great soft touch by Zion, and like you said, he's got 18 points. He's got it going on tonight.
But not getting back defensively was Asanza Bella Vista, and they burn him on the right wing with a nice teardrop 3 from Amara Brown. High arching drainer from 21. He has 5. And the lead down again to 2, 35-33. Armstrong fadeaway cut is no good. Short and off the right iron, controlled by Veritas. Pulled down and run out for Scranton. In, no good, but a foul would have tied the game on the reach in by Sertovich, his second.
And that's a great job by Scranton of turning that corner there. Armstrong almost cut his angle off, but he dipped his shoulder, turned the corner, and then he was home free there to try to finish.
Scranton has a bucket tonight. No trips to the line until now with 14:41 to play in this one. First one is up and good. Also in attendance, paying very close attention to this game is Rick Stansbury, head man of Western Kentucky's Hilltoppers, former Mississippi State coach as well. So he's got eyes on this game, wants to see somebody in red next year, I'm sure. Over in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So 2 for 2 is Scranton. We're tied at 35. 4th tie of the game, 14.5 to play now. Veritas still has yet to take a leak, and they finally get that key stop to get the momentum in their favor.
Veritas has been excellent defensively all game long, and so I'm really impressed with their defensive discipline.
Flex offense, look out high, little wraparounds from Harmon out to Patterson, back to Harmon, 3 right side, a little bit long, rebound controlled, and then a collision between teammates, but held on to by Rosario as he bumps into Amar Brown. And a chance here for the first time tonight for Veritas to take a lead. We're tied at 35, 14 minutes to play. Working the high post dribble, Raver. Inside feed, pushed back out high and off to the corner. 3 for the lead is long again, but a rebound controlled by Craver, but he knocks it out too far to Brown. Brown couldn't handle it after he missed the 3.
Well, but it's still a clever pass there by Craver. He throws it back because he was falling out of bounds. He knew he's more than likely going to land out of bounds when he landed.
Oh, yeah, good effort. Trying to save the possession there the best he could. And now Harmon and company will bring it across the timeline here for Bella Vista. Harmon looks back to the sideline, gets instructions, gets around the screen, set out high there by Asanza. Now cross court, 30-footer straight away, no good on the 3, and then Asanza will be called for going over the back on the miss by Sertovich.
It's a great block out by Brown. He forced the official to call that.
So now Asanza has 2, also Sertovich, Harmon with 2, and Patterson with 3. So Bella Vista got to be careful here, getting into some foul trouble with 13:38 to play.
With the ability that Bella Vista has on the offensive glass, it still makes it more impressive for Veritas how they have kept them off the offensive boards.
Just wanting it more right now. Dig it in. And now again a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Inside feed, right post, but again, good closeout by Asanza. Cuts off Brown. Brown drives it anyway. Hesitation.
Better get out of there.
Twice, and there's 3 seconds in the lane. Yeah. But he called a timeout first. It was 3 seconds. I thought I saw 3 fingers go down. One official said 3, one said a timeout, so it will be a timeout for Veritas to save the possession.
Well, very smart timeout.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw him jump stop in the lane, that was my first thought of, okay, 3 seconds now. So very, very smart timeout by
Veritas there, yeah.
Sedon, yes.
Yeah. So 2 timeouts burned now, 3 remaining for Veritas. Bella Vista yet to burn a timeout. 13-17 left here in the game. We're tied at 35. Again, the winner of this game will be moving on to the Elite 8 of this tournament, playing tomorrow at 5:30 in the evening in this gymnasium, Reed County Memorial Gymnasium. And they'll play either West Oaks, Florida, or Aspire Academy. Those 2 will be playing over in the Auxiliary Gym tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. And that's where we sit here at Reed County Memorial Gym, Marshall County High School, Benton, Kentucky. Home of the World Championships this year for the grind session. So beneath the basket, set piece throw up here by Veritas Prep. Shotgun style feed right side, trying to back the way in. High arching jumper, can't get over Asanza. Asanza, smart move there to let it go out of bounds, and out of bounds back to Bella Vista. Good effort there that time by Smith. But again, cannot get over the hump and take a lead in this game. Bella Vista with it. Armstrong will try to get Bella Vista Prep back the lead out of Arizona. He'll drive, fade away, pulls up from 5, and it's just off the mark, but does draw the foul. Double team down to the right block, and that'll be on Amara Brown, his second. Brown, Craver, and Laurie with 2 apiece for Veritas.
And to show you how much attention that a player like Terry Armstrong gets, he just draws 3 defenders right there.
Collapse all around him, still with his strength, bodies up, gets it close to falling in. And the free throw here is money. Armstrong, amazingly enough, as much as he's been around the rim, just his second trip to the line tonight. 1 for 2 now, and gives Bella Vista back a 1-point lead, 13:05 to play. Second is good as well. So 2 for 2 there for Armstrong, the lead at 2. Craver now at the point, covered up out high by Harmon. Man-to-man pressure from Bella Vista. Good spin move down the right of the lane. Kick out for a 3 and the lead. Again, just short this time from Brown, and the rebound to Patterson of Bella Vista. Patterson, step back 3, left wing jumper, short. Long rebound on the one and done. Going to be going out of bounds. Smart move there by Veritas to let that one go in Craver. Bella Vista will bring back in the big fella, Emmanuel Shamanga, and he'll give Asana's a rest. So it gives you more meat inside now. A little less height, but more to work around. Craver across the timeline. Harmon in tow. Stays with him as he comes across the top of the key. Down the left of the lane. Almost walked with it. Able to kick it out to save the possession. Good save there by Brown and Craver. 12.5 to play here in this game. 37-35. That one got away with a walk. No, he didn't. I understand a Euro step and a move down the lane, but about 3 steps taken with the ball above the head. An easy call there on Veritas' Elijah Scranton.
When traveling is one of the most inconsistent calls and for an official. And, it's nothing against officials. It's just it's kind of what the game has turned into, at the college level and pro level, of course. Now the third step is pretty much given.
Yeah. Here's a tip out on the Harmon teardrop, trying to feed it inside to Shamanga. Back the other way, a slam that's off the mark by Kirk Smith, and then out of bounds off of Veritas. As easy of a slam as he's seen all night, and still cannot get it to go down, and still Bella Vista by 2.
Just the way it worked out, it happened to be where Kirk Smith was basically just going up vertically.
Yeah.
He didn't have any momentum going with him, and so that's why he came up a little short there.
You had to save that outlet pass from going out and then just try to go straight up through the net, essentially, like you said. And Armstrong now with it for Bella Vista. Gets spin move down the lane. Again, draws the body contact on the floor. And not much Veritas can do there. When he gets that much room and he's already down that far, you're either going to have to foul him or let him go.
Yeah, if Armstrong gets ahead of steam, then, it's either going to be a bucket or it's going to be a foul, and there you get a foul.
Inside feed well below the basket. Not the smartest of moves there by Harmon to feed it in down low to Patterson. And Patterson immediately tied up, that time by Kirk Smith. So a break here for Veritas on the possession arrow change. Rare mistake there by Bella Vista, the guards. So again, Veritas just trailing by 2. Across the line, it's Craver, but Craver got to be careful now. He has 3 fouls. First to pick up 3 for Veritas Prep. Across the post, back right side now to Amar Brown. Inside feed, taken on a spin around, out to Brown. 3 for the lead. A little bit long. Tip, though, saved by Veritas, and Kirk Smith off to Craven, and Craven throws it in backcourt. Turnover on Veritas.
Veritas just can't get over this hump right here. They've been stuck on 35. And again, I've been giving Veritas a lot of credit for their defense, but let's give both teams credit. Bella Vista has been incredible on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, and then an offensive foul on Bella Vista on a screen down low. It's going to be on Patterson. For Patterson, that's his 4th. And in the first near 5 minutes of this half right now for Bella Vista, they're currently on what is a 6-5 run to expand what was a 1-point half, only to 2, so still very tight in this one with a long way to go. 11:20 on the clock. And again, a chance here for Craven and Veritas Prep. Trying to work around the left side of Harmon. Comes cross court now, right side. Bella Vista yelling for a travel, but no call. Now bounce feed inside on a backdoor cut. That's a block. Almost could have been goaltended, but all arm that time on the foul from Shamanga. Good feed across the paint down low to Reyes from Scranton.
I've been impressed with Reyes. Reyes, I'm telling you what, man, that kid has that. He's just got that college-ready body already, and he's only a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah.
Man.
Artette's going to be actually called for the reach-in, even though more of the body looked like it went against Shamanga. So Artest, his second free throw is good by Reyes, his first point of the night to tie it here. Yeah, he does.
Nice stroke, too. You know, I tend to point that stuff out, and a lot of times I feel a little silly about talking about how good guys shoot free throws. But that's the stuff that translates. You know, he's got a good form right there. Look, you know, he knows what he's doing, so it's a
good muscle
prospect.
memory type thing.
Exactly.
It will translate all over the floor, as you said. Now here's a fadeaway. No inside feed instead. Smart move to go down low on the off-balance shot, but then able to handle the pass inside is Shimanga, and it's tipped away and controlled again by Veritas. Can they finally take the lead here across the timeline? Controlled out high by Laurie, who just came back in. Noah Laurie at the point. Now comes topside to Craven. Again, works against Harmon. Right corner, inside feed, and now going to be another reach-in foul this time. It'll be on Sordovich, his third. And now a slew of fouls already picked up in the first 5.5 minutes of this second half for Bella Vista. Sordovich have to come back out on the team's fifth. Corner feed off the inbound from midcourt. Now trying to back his way in. Scranton finds an opening. 15-foot runner is no good for Reyes. And again, we stay tied at 37. Bella Vista pulls down the board. It's our test. They'll kick it ahead to Taylor. Drew contact. Fades away. Halfway down and pops out. And then tipped out, but saved by Bella Vista. It was touched by Reyes, but saved in the corner to Harmon. And we keep going here. Vista with it out high. Again, inside cut. This time, a lot of body contact. Bodies hit the deck, but a good job inside to absorb and get the shot up to draw the foul was Emmanuel Shimanga. And taking the worst of that one was Reyes. He had to take the brick wall with 300-pounder and then also be the one called for the foul.
Yeah, no doubt. And great job by Terry Armstrong, again, of drawing the defenders. He's drawing a lot of attention there and then giving it up for his big man, Shimanga, on the way to the basket.
And Shimanga, soft touch there. First point of the night for him. First real shot attempt for that matter. He's been in there mainly as that stopper down low. So gives, again, Bella Vista back a 1-point lead and now a 2-point advantage.
Good stroke from Shimanga as well.
Free throw's been a key, and right now Bella Vista leads by 2 and shows at their line, as we said. Right now they are sitting at 9 for 10 on this contest. So 39-37 the lead with 9:59 to play in the game. The lead for Bella Vista. Good defensive effort here after the first game was a shootout and a little bit of a blowout, to say the least, of the game just before ours here. Scholar had the call on. Comes topside now around the screen. Pull up three for the lead is bouncing out. Good look by Laurie, but again a lid on the rim and a rebound to Bella Vista and Armstrong. Armstrong picks up the pace but has it stripped away from behind. When he picked up speed, he had it knocked away by Scranton. Scranton into front court, comes across the paint. Inside feed knocked away by the 6'9 Shimanga, but saved in the corner by Veritas. Rotates topside now to Laurie. Laurie trying to back his way in against Armstrong. Cuts him off about 25 feet out right side. Comes topside now, drive in, no look feed down low. Baseline jumper is good. Controlled by Amar Brown, but a nice feed by Kirk Smith.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Kirk Smith created that.
Now a block shot here. That time Scranton knocking Armstrong's shot out of the way. And again, Veritas has it tied with the possession for the 6th different time tonight. Has yet to score on one of these. Can they finally take the lead? Here we go. Down the left of the lane. Triple team. Leaves a man open in the corner. Laurie fakes the three. Drives. Lays it. No. Kick out left corner. Three. Unselfish play. Will lead to the money trade. Scranton with three in the lead finally for Veritas.
That's great. It's just great passing. It's just great team passing right there. And they get a wide open look in the corner.
Laurie could have took the layup, saw a man coming towards him, and what a great C&I assist to get that in the corner. And now a foul here on Creighton.
You always hear coaches and even players on the floor say, one more. And that's exactly what that was. And they may have even given one more twice, but they made the smart play and the right pass.
(42-39). Getting a little bit chippier on the sidelines now, a little arguing back and forth. As Bella Vista for the first time tonight trails in this game, and now a good feed from Harmon. Sound low. Shimanga gets loose, lays it up and in on a nice cut, and not a lot you can do when the big man gets rolling down the tracks.
Zion draws the defenders just like Armstrong has been doing as well. So Bella Vista is really attacking here through the screen and roll. And their bigs are doing a great job of rolling to the basket and finding that open lane to get to the rim.
And Harmon, who may be all of maybe 5'10", 5'11", getting double-teamed all over 6'6", 6'7", able to find the man cutting down the lane to find that is amazing. And Shimanga completes the three-point play, and the lead lasted all of about 10 seconds. We're tied at 42. 8:08 to play here in this one. We're going to come down to the wire, it looks like. So he'll move on to the Elite Eight. Veritas already had to win a game today to play into this tournament. Now fadeaway jumper, baseline, good again. And the lead at 2 on a fadeaway teardrop by Craven. He has 7.
What a shot by Craver. Good defense, just a better shot.
Now Armstrong getting around the screen by Shamanga, but nice job staying with him. Scranton just fighting through that screen, forcing the ball to stay out high. Now inside feed, comes to Shamanga, backs his way in, fades away from 5. Nice hesitation there by the big fella.
Shamanga's come in and he has been huge for Bella Vista. He's had a great start to this game.
And we keep trading buckets here. 7:25 to play, tied at 44. Right side, gives Craven a chance here. Backs his way down the lane, kick out, that extra pass again. Finds Brown, now he'll rotate it top side. Down to 10 on the shot clock though. Double team is Laurie out high, down to 7. Drives in, kick out, throw it away. That time a little bit unselfish, too much there as he was double teamed down low saying, my bad. Was Laurie trying to feed it back and overthrew Scranton.
Well, and Laurie wanted Scranton to stay in the corner there. You know,
yeah.
That's what he told him. And
but still Laurie saying, hey, I take it. It's my bad. I threw it out. Let's just move back on defense, get this thing going.
Well, look at the intensity. Now that you know that everybody realizes, okay, we really got a game here. So the defensive intensity has stepped up even more.
I'm not saying Bella Vista took this game for granted, but it has been the key of defense and finishing at the rim. And there's another foul. Veritas, again, Harmon draws them in and takes the contact.
And that's just a great example of Zion Harmon changing speeds there. You hear that talked about with guards a lot. They know how they change speeds well. He gives a little hesitation move there and then creates the contact.
Harmon rainbow-style shot from the stripe. He shoots near 90%, 2 for 2 at the line tonight, gives him back a 1-point lead. He's got 19 of the 45 so far for Bella Vista. Rare miss, though, off the front iron. It's 2 for 3 now, and the rebound to Veritas. So rarely we have that 1-point differential, usually 2 or higher. We'll see what Veritas can do here. With it in the corner, it's Scranton. Drives baseline in, kicks out.
Good
now
pass.
good feed, down low, high off the glass. And Rosario with the bucket. Feed out high from Brown, little triangle zone look there, and again a 1-point advantage for Veritas. Armstrong again trying to draw the foul. This time it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow does favor Bella Vista. Again, Armstrong each time trying to get that foul call. This time he's tied up. Also into the game, Brandon Talbot, another sharpshooter for Vista. This one may come down to free throw shooting at the end. High arching pass comes topside. Now driving in and really getting a big part of the trunks down low. And now a foul on the floor as Jimmy Bell had come back in and kind of taken away from the referee's distraction. Bell's shorts all the way up past his hip as he had Damon Reyes of Veritas had a massive, that's the only way you can stop the big fella, is holding. But again, wasn't seen on that, but then he gets fouled on the rebound. Team 7th, 1-1 coming up here. Foul on Scranton is first. So what Bell can do here to possibly tie and take back the lead for Bella Vista. Front end is up, front end is good. And we're tied at 46.
Give Bella Vista a lot of credit here. They've been money at the free throw line.
And right now they're 12 for 14.
Yeah.
Bell to give Bella Vista back the lead. He does. Amazing to see the big fellas. Bell, Armstrong, Shabanga, near perfect at the line tonight.
Yeah,
and it shows it's across the board.
I think that's why it stood out so much to me is because it's been the bigs who have been very consistent at the line.
So now Veritas trails by 1 with the basketball. Double teamed out high, but a nice feed right side from Craver to keep the possession alive. Now needs the ball back, is in the corner. Cut off down low was Smith. Smith trying to back his way in, double team. That leaves an open 3, top of the key that is off the mark for Veritas and Brown, and a rebound by Armstrong. He's flying down the near sideline. Triple team out to Harmon. Thought about to step into a 3 instead of no bounce feed down low, and a hard foul. And Veritas may be hurt down low as Elijah Scranton as he went completely up over the body, was upended. Nothing malicious either way. Jimmy Bell that time actually drew the foul. And right now, Scranton trying to shake off the cobwebs.
It's a great look there by Zion Harmon.
A nice no-look feed. Passed up on the 3. And now Bell back to the line for 2 more.
Well, and again, what happened, we just saw it right in front of us. Terry Armstrong drives down the right side of the floor and draws 3 defenders.
Yes.
I mean, before he even got to the 3-point line.
And that left course, as you can tell, two other guys open. First free throw is good by Bell. He's 3 for 3 with 3 points, and the lead at 2. 5:55 left. Still time here for either side, for that matter. Again, early 10-3 spurt by Bella Vista. Looked like they may run away with this one. Then they got up by 10 late in the half, only to have Veritas outscore them by 9 down the stretch to get it back to 1, and now we've been back and forth since. Free throw good again by Bell, 4 for 4. So a 49-46 lead here for Bella Vista. Veritas with the ball, though. Bounce feed to the high post, tipped away initially by Bell, but saved by Veritas and Amara Brown. Far sideline coming across the top of the circle. It's controlled sideline by Scranton. Left corner now to Rosario. Rosario has it tipped away by Bell. Bell needs some help, finds Harmon, and here comes Bella Vista. Harmon two-stepping it down the court to the top of the key. Fadeaway inside, 5-foot runner is good.
It's a beautiful floater right there. And again, Harmon continues to change speeds and throttle down and then speed back up. Great guard play from Zion Harmon.
5-point lead in a 5-0 spurt. Actually, matter of fact, it goes back to a 6-0 spurt when they trail by 1, did Bella Vista, now lead by 5. Tip away by Armstrong, but saved by Smith, and now Veritas needs a bucket here. 4:58 to play. Almost a throwaway, but saved by Craver in the corner. Now double teamed on the baseline. Tipped away by Armstrong. Another steal. 3 straight turnovers, and here comes Harmon. Down the court, amongst 3 defenders. High off the glass and in.
Wow.
Timeout, Veritas.
Bella Vista has made it just very hectic for Veritas on the offensive end. Everything's been a scramble, and so give them a lot of credit for turning this into a game into their favor. They picked up the speed and now built a 7-point lead.
So an 8-0 run now for Bella Vista. It's a 30-second timeout. 2 left now for Veritas. All 5 still remaining for Bella Vista. 18 fouls also on Veritas right now. Bella Vista in the single bonus, just 5 on Bella Vista with 4:44 to play here in the game. Possession arrow, though, on a jump ball would give it to Veritas. Down the stretch here, what's the coaches saying here? Kellen Kreiner with 4:44 left.
If you're Veritas, you got to tell them to calm down offensively. It's like I said, everything's been a scramble, and it's because of the pressure from Bella Vista. But you've got to execute offensively. They've been executing the entire game. That's why they're in this game to begin with. And now here, these last few possessions, you just called it a minute ago, 3 straight turnovers. That's not executing. They're allowing the pressure to get to them and get in their head. And so you've got to calm down offensively and find good looks.
So Veritas in dire need of a bucket here, trailing by 7. 53-46, 4:44 to play in the game. Harmon only pressure in backcourt as he works one-on-one out high against Craver. Craver across the timeline, fires left wing to Rosario. Now across the key, they'll keep it. Right side feed comes off to Scranton. Covered up there by Addison Patterson, who's going to be careful with those 4 fouls. Now cross-court feed, driving in. Baseline, good finger roll there. Could have drew a foul as well. Absorbed the contact to Rosario. Just beat his man Armstrong that time and cuts the lead down to 5 and stops the run.
That's a big, big bucket by Rosario right there to stop the bleeding here. Now see if they can get a stop defensively.
53-48. Harmon with the ball for Vista out high. Double team. Has 3 around him, as a matter of fact. Works out of that pressure. Feeds it out to Taylor. He's got room down low. And then Armstrong able to not hold all on to it. And then Harmon, that could have been intentional, but they're going to call that going for the ball there. For Harmon, that'll be his 3rd after the turnover. That's just the team's 6th as well, so no shots coming. But Veritas will keep possession down by 5. 3:57 left here in this one.
If I'm Veritas, I try to run my offense through Kirk Smith. I feel like that's where they've gotten their best looks. Doesn't mean that he's got to take the shot, but I think he needs to get a touch.
Leads the way with 13 points for Veritas, and now almost a tip away here by Armstrong. Ball loose on the floor. Now, and still loose. Ball still loose. Harmon now has it, and Harmon will draw a foul. I saw a fist go up on a dive. Matter of fact, it's going to be a timeout, so Veritas at least will not draw the foul, but a timeout for Bella Vista.
I think that's the correct call. I think as soon as Zion possessed it, he was calling. Coach Weaver was calling timeout the entire time. So instead of the foul, they get the timeout, and I think that's the correct call.
So a full timeout. We'll take a break too. This is the Grind Session World Championships presented by Tanager Sports. Alongside Kellen Kreiner, I'm Aaron Clayton. This is the Grind Session World Championship at Recon Memorial Gymnasium in Benton, Kentucky. Round of 16 action here after the play-in game earlier today. Then Veritas won by 4. And now trying to pull the upset against Bella Vista. They trail by as many as 10. They had taken the lead here in this second half with about 5 minutes ago. Now trail by 5, 53-48, the lead for Bella Vista. Holding on here late with 3:44 to play. And with the ball, inbound and backcourt comes to Zion Harmon, the star sophomore guard stud. Already has 23 here tonight. Across the timeline, works off the far sideline, left to right now. Top of the key, gets around the screen. Good inside feed for a stuff. And finally, Edison Patterson all night long been waiting to get on the board. No better time than that right there on the assist from Harmon.
It's a great screen action there, and then great back cut by Edison Patterson.
3:18 to play in the lead, back to 7. 55-48, Bella Vista. Veritas with it in the left corner, rotating left to right. Brown now comes cross court, taken there by Scranton. Scranton's had a big second half with 7 points. Top of the key, trying to feed it inside. Little wrap around to Craver. He's been the main go-to at the point, working against Harmon. Fades away from 10, trying to kiss it off the glass. No good. Rebound, Bell pulls it down for Bella Vista at 6-10. And now, no need to get in a hurry here.
You're going to see the same thing here. I don't think you won't see the back cut work this time, surely, but
you got 3 guys down low right now for Veritas, so Harmon will keep it out high for the moment. Works it in himself now, rotates it right to left. Open 3, but not taken there by Talbot. He'll drive in. Good feed to Bell. Bell too hard on the stuff, and then after the shot was missed, then the foul's called. It will be a 2-shot foul. And that's on Brown, his 4th.
They may need to check the rim here to make sure it's still intact.
Yeah, that right there was a hard throwdown. Bell to the line for 2, just missed the stuff there. Bell, all of his points in the stripe here tonight. He's 4 for 4. First shot here is perfect once again. 5 for 5 in the lead at 8. And time running out for Veritas. 2:33 to play.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, free throws have absolutely, I would say, kept them in this game. But right now, that's pretty much the reason for their lead.
Artest will come in, replace Talbot, and the lead is back to 9 with Bell going 2 for 2. Veritas will get it across the timeline now. They have to go to long-range shooting. Smith's hit 2 threes tonight. Brown and Scranton with 1 apiece. It's Craver with it out high, though. He'll come left side to Rosario, gets around the screen, gets around Artest down the right of the lane, and call for traveling. That was close, but a traveling violation called, and right back in is Brandon Talbot. So switching offense for defense there, Artest will sit down. 2:15 to play now. Harmon will just run the offense through him, pull some air out of the ball here and run some clock. 2:09 to play. 20 on the shot clock, gets around the screen. Now rotates again, pulls it out for a left corner. Open 3, that is an air ball by Armstrong, but tipped and controlled by Bell off a Veritas hand, and then should have been over and back. Foot hit down for Harmon, wasn't called. Nice save on the outlet. Catch the break there.
They've reset the shot clock here.
Now a technical foul will be assessed to the Veritas head coach. Came all the way across midcourt. And right now, that Veritas coach, while he got the technical while he was arguing, was because the shot clock reset. He came all the way across half court. You can't do that, Cullen, and Veritas. Understand being upset. Of course, Harmon easily could have been called for over and back. But either way, Veritas seeing this game and unfortunately this tournament possibly slip away, and that'll give Harmon 2 freebies in the ball here.
And yeah, I noticed it as soon as it happened. After the 3-point shot was taken, they did reset it to 30 seconds. That's what the coach was upset about. It never hit rim, and so that's why he wanted it. And but like you said, you can't come across half court if you're the coach. So
George Zidane will get the technical foul, the head coach of Veritas Prep out of Santa Fe Springs, California. And this puts the lead at its largest tonight, 11, 59-48. Now Bella Vista really with an advantage here, ball and an 11-point lead. As Harmon will get it into front court. Works between the legs, gets around the screen set by Bell. Good feedback to Bell, but then double teamed in the paint. Finds Talbot down high, and again, they'll run this clock down as much as they can. 15 on the shot clock. Bell trying to back his way in. Got position, and when you got 300-pound 6'9", you can't stop that when he gets to the block.
telling you, Big Jimmy Bell has been the MVP of the second half.
He really has.
Zion Harmon has been the MVP of the game, but Jimmy Bell has really stepped it up here.
Bell with a slap there, but Veritas holds possession now. Tip away here. Talbot trying to go after it. What a save ahead to Patterson, but on the line is where he was standing when he digged that one back in, and it will go back to Veritas with a great effort.
I think they gave him a travel violation.
They did. It's a travel. Actually, they're going to give the travel on Talbot. When Talbot got it, they said he had possession, and he slid down the floor. It was close, but that's where they called the traveling violation. 1:06 going to be put back on the clock as the clock ran a little bit after that possession was thrown down court. Either way, though, this one looking like it's going to go the way of Bella Vista. So was sort of a big threat from Veritas. I know many people didn't give Veritas a lot of credit with the lack of the 5 4-star prospects already having to play just a few hours ago to get into this game. And a 3 here and a foul. That's what Veritas needs, shooting with the clock stopped and 3 freebies coming up. That'll be on Armstrong, his second.
And I think if Veritas could go back and check this film out and watch film, I think they would try to get Kirk Smith more involved. And again, I don't mean that has to be shots necessarily, but just getting him touches, because that creates for the rest of his teammates.
Smith did struggle down at the line as he's now sitting at 3 for 7. Made the second of 3. As Veritas will switch out here, bring Laurie in for Brown, who's had a really good night defensively. Brown with 7 points as well. Inside now, it'll be Stephen Jr. Gabra. And after the made free throw, a timeout is called. Full timeout with 1 minute left. We'll take 1-2. This is the Grind Session World Championships presented by Tanager Sports. All right.
I'll be on there.
You're fine. 1 minute to play here with 2 games remaining. After ours concludes here, right now it is Bella Vista leading 61-50 over Veritas. So Bella Vista again will go to the Elite 8 of the World Championships, Grind Session World Championships presented by Tanager Sports. As Bella Vista was at a hard charge, again got an early 10-point lead. Veritas got it down to 1 at half. Matter of fact, took the lead with about 6 minutes to play. Did Veritas, but since that time have been outscored by 12. And Bella Vista leads by 11 now with the ball. Inside feed. Patterson, nice little slice and dice move to get through 4 defenders. Finally knocked away here on the near sideline by Craver of Veritas. So 50 ticks left. We'll see if Veritas elects to foul or if they just play this out straight up defensively. Feed off right corner, controlled by Junior Garbra. Garbra is going to call a timeout. So after having 5 to burn here late, they burned 3 quickly at Bella Vista, so each side now with 2 timeouts. So all in all, pretty entertaining first game here, Kellen. As we said, Veritas withstood the threat from the bigs, of course, when you got guys like Armstrong, Bell, Shamanga. They were able to feed it inside. Smith, Craver, Rosario, all 3 had big games for Veritas. Again, Smith was the catalyst. Molly did not get enough touches early on, too many missed free throws early on, and just too big of a hole to dig out of overall in this 32-minute contest.
We couldn't have asked for a better matchup here. I mean, Veritas really brought the fight to Bella Vista and really caught their attention here in this second half.
Yeah.
Bella Vista really stepped up the intensity here about halfway through the second half. It created a lot of chaos for Veritas that they couldn't overcome, but give them a lot of credit for bringing the fight this afternoon and making it a really good game.
So Bella Vista will get it inside. Double team, but able to be controlled by Patterson, and kicks out to Harmon. 12 seconds on the clock and a foul here. 40 seconds left, and a foul will be called on Laurie, his third. That was also the team's 10th, so Harmon just gets to pad the free throw line stats a little more right now. He's 4 for 5 on the night. 25 points, lead all scores. And without a doubt will be our MVP here tonight, Cullen.
Yeah, he really, from the tip, he's been the guy that really ran the offense great. He really got into a rhythm early, hitting a couple early threes, and it's carried over throughout the entire game.
Artest will come in now for Bell. Give it a little smaller lineup look to in the game.
He did just miss another free throw, though. That's
rare.
Odd.
That's rare for him shooting near 90% tonight. He's just going to be 5 for 7. So
Jimmy Bell's going to have to get him in the gym and give him some tips.
Yeah, give him some tips. I mean, Bell tonight, Lord, 6 for 6. Now throwaway here. Vista gets the pick off down low. Great job there by Patterson, who had a slow start, really finished strong here as Harmon will just dribble between not one, not two, but 3 defenders. You just talk about a clinic here. I've never in my life just able to work around what looks like a maze of Veritas players and finally draws a foul.
Well, you know, what kind of videos do you see Zion Harmon do? You see him do like the Steph Curry videos of pregame and dribbling 2 balls and switching hands and all that kind of stuff. That's exactly what that's for. Not that you're ever going to see many guys, or many times in the game, dribble between 3 guys. Normally he would give that up. But right now while they're dribbling the clock out, that's what he was doing. And those kind of drills, that's why he is able to do that.
Our next game will feature Spire Academy, Ohio against Hillcrest North. Hillcrest North beat Downey earlier today in the play-in game. Harmon hits both, puts the lead to 14, largest of the night. One last shot here for Veritas, and it's overthrown out of bounds, and that's going to do it right there as the feed a little bit too high from Talbot to Reyes. So Harmon will take an inbound here, and that'll do it. Run the clock out as he comes across the timeline. Final score here tonight will be Bella Vista Prep 64 and Veritas Prep 50. Bella Vista moves on to the Elite Eight. They'll play again tomorrow at 5:30 against either West Oaks, Florida, or Spire Academy out of Kentucky. Let's wrap this one up here quickly, and then we'll turn it over to Cullen. He'll talk to our player of the game. Again, at the end of one, it was 31-30. Final score is 64-50, which was the largest lead of the game. As we said, Veritas did get the lead in the second half, but at 6 minutes to play, took a 2-point lead, also led by 1, led on 3 different occasions, but fall here tonight, 64-50. Again, Bella Vista led by 25 points from Zion Harmon. Also tonight, 5 from Iman Srdovich, 4 from Junior Gabra, all at the line. For Jimmy Bell, 8 points, 6 at the line tonight. He was perfect. Addison Patterson had 2. Also Emmanuel Shamanga, double figures in rebounding, and also had 7 points. 4 for Rick Asanza. And Terry Armstrong also with double figures in rebounding and 6 points as well. The free throw line tonight, it is Bella Vista shooting 80%. So right now we're going to turn it over to Cullen Kreider. Great job by Zion Harmon. We'll give him the headset here, and we're going to have him right here. That's right. You're going to take the headset, young man. So there you go, sir. Appreciate it.
As I'm joined by the player of the game, Zion Harmon. Zion Harmon tonight with 25 points. Got started off in the first half, hit you a couple threes, got going early. It was a 1-point game at halftime, so talk about that as far as Veritas really brought the fight to you guys, but you all responded well in the second half.
Yes, we was only up 1 because before the first half ended, we took a couple bad shots and we were just really lazy on defense. But as soon as we stepped it up on defense, the game was over.
I got you. So, second half comes down. Now I got a little bone to pick with you here. You missed a couple free throws there. You're going to have to get your big man, Jimmy Bell, to give you some tips. He went 6 for 6 from the line. So.
Yeah.
But your big guys, but I noticed in the second half, you went to a lot of screen and roll action. That's where they were really having a problem stopping you, and you get your momentum going to the right, and it gives you a lot of options there. Explain what that's like there, what kind of options you see off of that screen and roll with the bigs.
Basically, off the screen and roll, it's just always keeping the defense off balance. You don't want to be too to the point where they know exactly what you're doing every time. So I want to keep them where they don't know if I'm pass, shoot, or keep dribbling. I may just rescreen. Or it's
and you like coming to your right there, I see. That's where you like to get your momentum going, gives you your best looks, it looks like. And but again, 25 points, great game, great win for Bella Vista. Credit to Veritas for bringing the fight, but they really, you guys really stepped it up in the second half with that defensive intensity. Good game.
Yes, sir, we did. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Yes, sir. All right, well, that's going to do it here. We've got Hillcrest and Spire Academy coming up here next. We got about 10 minutes left. We will join you here in about 10 minutes for next game action.
Yes.